Well, it's moving day, and that's about right. Yeah, it's raining outside good enough that even Monkey Man, I let him out for about, I don't know, 2 seconds, and he was like, oh, hell no. And he always loves to be outside. Don't you, Monkey Man? Didn't you want to go out? Yeah, of all the things that I hate to do, is do anything in the rain. Especially like when you're not wanting to get wet. Like, I could do almost anything. Like, go to the pool, go to the beach, get wet, but like when you don't want to be wet. Like, it's like a conscious decision. I don't want to be wet today. Like, today is like a non-wet day. And then you've not only got to not want to be wet, and then you also have to move on that I don't want to be wet day. And then what happens? The sky opens, and it just pisses down the rain all day. Literally, it's going to be all day. And on top of all that, we have tornado watches. Now, there's a serious twist. Oh my God. I'm finally off the interstate, white knuckling it, whizzing by with the big rigs. I'm telling you what, one of the most stressful things is hauling a big load, that's what she said, and then doing it in the rain. I mean, you talk about scared out of your mind, so easy to do when you're hauling a rig and it's raining cats and dogs, and then you've got 18-wheelers that have done it their entire life. They don't care. They're just driving right past you, just zoom, zoom. But I am finally off the interstate, and I'm getting really close now. I don't know how many more miles I've got to go, but I am getting really close to finally being to my next spot. I'll be roughly just south of St. Petersburg in a place called Palmetto, Florida.
Arrived.
All the people we
Good. And I might actually be able to get in here without it raining. Alright. Now I gotta figure out where the office is at. Alright, so I got my paperwork. I found out which site they've assigned me. But I mean, as you can see, this is probably one of the biggest reasons why I love Orlando. The Orlando 1000 Trails has that section in the back that is far enough away from everybody that, you know, you get a little bit of privacy, that kind of thing. But with this place, I mean, it's permanent residence, and it's like a parking lot. Okay, so you know how first impressions, you know, they're supposed to like mean a whole lot. They're supposed to be like a thing. Let me just show you my first impression. Now, granted, before I show you, it's raining, and it's been raining. They got about 5 inches of rain today. But this is my first impression. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. That is nice. This right here, that is, it's pro level right there. But I did manage to get my mat out, so at least I'm not just stepping in complete mud. But I mean, it is completely saturated. Yep. So that's what I'm working with. So like I said, I'm gonna try and reserve my judgment. But from my window, from my kitchen window, I can literally look right into my neighbor's window. Out my side window, I can pretty much see directly into my neighbor's windows. So maybe I'm pissed. Maybe I'm just really kind of perturbed at the fact of it's just stupid wet here and everything is just mushy. And I basically dug myself 2 nice great big divots with my truck and splattered muddy sand up onto the front of my camper. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe I'm just really upset right now. But, you know, if you're looking for the outdoors, it's not going to be in these RV parks. If you just need a place to park your rig where you know you're going to have a lot of stable, reliable electricity, water, and sewer, and you're going to go off and you're going to do your fun things elsewhere, I say go for it. 1,000 Trails is probably going to be your best bet. It's super duper cheap. You're always guaranteed, for the most part, a spot. Most of these resorts have, I would say, probably about a 50% full-time living population in these. And you've got a few sparse, part-timers or, just transients coming through. Most of them, parking lots. Jam-packed in here like a bunch of sardines. The more and more I look around, I'm like, oh, well, good enough place to park. But when it's muddy as hell, you don't even have a concrete pad for like a deck, a place to put the picnic table, like you're in the mud the entire time. I mean, I don't even know how you have the audacity to call yourself a resort. Okay? This is basically a field that's had electricity installed. Just gonna say it. So it's the next day, and I kind of feel bad about acting a bit like an ass, but I was really pissed yesterday. Like, it was a really, really rough day, and I was just not a happy camper whatsoever. But you know what? I ended up, stuff started to dry out. It's not like it's their fault that it was raining, but at the same time, I do wish that there were some, I don't know, just some gravel, just something, so that I wasn't just jammed in the mud. So yeah, I was a little bit pissed. I apologize about all that, I guess. But the main thing I'm trying to say here is that, when it's raining and you're stressed and you're driving and you got the big rigs passing you just one time after another and they just don't care about you, they don't love you, they're just trying to get from point A to point B, they're splashing water all up on your windshield. It's just a very stressful situation. That's what I'm getting at. So if you can help it in any way, shape, or form, try your best not to travel on rainy days. I mean, it's already dangerous enough to haul your rig by itself, but when you combine road conditions, low visibility, fast-moving traffic that's 100% used to doing it literally every single day of their life, it really does. It puts a lot of stress on you. At any rate, I want to thank you all for watching yet another riveting episode here on the Avion Awesome channel. I'm your host, Mark Puckett. I'm going to see you guys again on the next one. Hopefully on a less rainy day. Peace.